Hi, I'm Wayward. This is my Lord of the Rings online stream. There are many others like it, but this one is mine. And we are here with Wayward, the Hobbit Minstrel who has now reached a lofty level 4. We are in the picturesque little town of Archet, going through the intro, and we are headed off to talk to Cal Sprigley and gather more evidence that Caldercob is a traitor. I am sitting here in fine Hobbit form with my e-cigarette, my mug of tea, and my snacks. So I'm ready to go. Let's get to it. No one will ever believe you, Minstrel. You are a fool for thinking you can stop what's coming. There's an emote that will work very well for this. I think that was called for. I'm now level 5. I have completed the Wary. So I can now choose to use the title Wayward the Wary to prove that I have completed my 5th level without being defeated in battle. There was a time when this title was pretty hard to get. Nowadays, you pretty much suck if you don't get it. Put it that way. But I'm not going to use that title at this time. I am instead going to whack a couple of wolves, just because I can. Here is Cal Sprigley's farm.
A stranger, eh? You're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
If Brackenbrook sent you, I'll take you in. I'm afraid you're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
Our best hope is to get help from Combe, our neighbors. They will not let Archet fall to brigands.
I'm glad you're here. Some Blackwelts tried to attack us this morning, but we drove them off. We must get help from Combe, the next town over. It's southwest of here and not more than a short journey away. They must bring their soldiers to Archet at once to help stave off the raid. Please make haste. I fear the Blackwells mean to attack tonight. The road here is crawling with brigands, but I pray you can make it safe to Combe. Will Wheatley has a task for me too. My dad and the other farmhands, they gave chase to the brigands after the attack on our farm. I don't think the brigands expected us to put up such a fight after they surprised us. There weren't many of them, but I never saw them act so bold before today. Only problem is they ain't back yet. They ran off to the east, chasing the brigands into the woods. It was hours ago, though, and I'm very worried. Could you go look for them and bring them back safe? I will accept. And I will get me a nice dagger from that. I'm thinking I missed a couple quests. I'm going to go back and get those quests. Kill a few things along the way, just 'cause I can. Because as a minstrel, I yell at stuff and it dies. And that's possibly one of the best parts of being a minstrel, is just yelling at stuff and watching it die. So I'm going to yell at some stuff and watch it die. Isn't that nice? The only problem is I have a cooldown that's almost over. What is it? 10 seconds? Must be a 10-second cooldown. 10 seconds is a surprisingly long time when you need to kill something. Yes, it is a 10-second cooldown. You really never know how long 10 seconds is until you have to wait that long for something to die. And I will run along this fence. And I will run back along this fence. Why? Because I can. And Kitty will run along the fence with me because Kitty is awesome. Come on, Kitty. Let's go back to Archet and get those quests I forgot. I'll put myself on auto run and eat some Parmesan cheese. As one does. I did. I missed 2 quests, and one of them is one of the best quests in the game. Not so much for the quest itself or what you do, or even what you receive in return for this quest. This is one of the best quests in the game because of the voiceover. Let's go talk to Mundo Sackville-Baggins, who will speak to us as only a hobbit can.
Hey, you there! I'm hungry!
For some reason, I'm just incredibly fond of this line.
Hey, you there! I'm hungry!
Hey, you. Hobbit. Yes, you. When was the last time they fed you? I haven't had a bite since breakfast, and I am starving. Because if you don't feed a hobbit 11 meals a day, they starve. They wither away to bone and skin and dust. All they ever gave me was bread and jam. Did you fare any better? I would give anything for some real food. I don't think I've ever eaten so badly. If you go fetch me some proper food like meat, I will reward you handsomely. Perhaps I will even share my leftovers with you, if you are quick. Hey, you there. I'm hungry.
Oh dear, looks so changed since last night.
I almost feel like he's not but a shadow when I look at him, like he isn't really there. How it makes me shiver. I saw Strider make a salve of Kingsfoil for his wound, but my Gamma always used a different remedy when a young brandy buck would get a nasty splinter. Sweet bilberry tea. I smelled bilberries by the water to the east of here as we passed in the night, which means they're in season. I would dearly like to make a tea for poor Amdir. So I will go get bilberries and bacon for the hobbits. After we get out of here, we're going to go to the Shire and we're going to quest down there, and you are going to see that the one saying hobbits love to give and receive is food. And occasionally pipeweed. So those are the quests we should have picked up before we headed out to go see Cal Sprigley. But I was all preoccupied with the fact that I totally messed up the beginning of this video. But that's not something we need to talk about now. I have olives. They're good. What we need right now are some piggies. Where are you, piggies? Let me kill you for Mundo's dinner. Hobbits need to eat. Oh, there is a piglet. Collected fresh boar meat, 1 of 4. Collected fresh boar meat, 2 of 4. Collected fresh boar meat, 3 of 4. Come here, little bacon. 4 of 4. Mundo will be content. But Cal Sprigley wanted us to go to Combe and plead for aid against the Blackwold threat. Here is the path to Combe, but oh no. The only gate is blocked. Archet is on its own now. Well, crap. Haha, do you want the people of Combe to help you? You're afraid of the Blackwolds, are you? Well, no, not really. I'd gladly go through there, but I can't. I'm not afraid of you. I'm just stymied by the invisible wall, that's all. But okay, we can pretend I'm impressed and move on from there. Tuba. I see Tuba on Twitch. Hey dude, how you doing? Yes, I'm doing this all over again because the last recording did not work out so well. But that's okay. Practice makes less terrible. Sorton Woodley has been murdered by Blackwolds. Oh no! That is sad. I wonder what happened to Bill Hayspear. Maybe he's just sunbathing. Bill Hayspear has been murdered by Blackwolds. No! But surely the dude's dad is okay, right? I mean, they wouldn't send us to go look for the guy's dad if he was dead too, right? Well, let's think positive. He might not be dead, dude. We have collected the bilberries for Celandine's bilberry tea. Funny thing, bilberries are actually a crafting ingredient when you get to Westfold here, which is like 70-ish. It's going to be a long time before you see bilberries again, is what I'm saying. So enjoy them now. But now we must search for Walt Wheatley, who is absolutely definitely not dead. Except he's lying on the ground over there. It's not looking good. Walt Wheatley has been murdered by black wolves. What is this crap? Oh, and look. The skies have turned ominous. It's dark. It's so dark. And so ominous. But the really cool thing about this, if you run a little distance away, and it all goes back to normal peace and quiet and a pretty sun and lens flares and all of that. And then you walk back over into the ruins. And it's scary. And I have an arrow sticking out of my back. I should do something about that. You dead, bitch. I probably shouldn't use language like that. We'll pretend I said wench and leave it at that. That pig looks like he's struggling for breath. I'm putting him out of his misery. Because that's a heck of a life. At the bottom of a lake. Pigs should not live at the bottom of lakes. It ain't right. This is Will Wheatley. He is not a murderous computer core, nor is he Wesley Crusher. He is a farmhand. Just to keep that straight.
How can I be of service?
No, it cannot be. My poor father and the others. No, it cannot be. It cannot. Will is silent for a long moment, his eyes closed, but after a great pause he is aroused. I will have my revenge upon these black wolves, or I will die trying. Archet will never fall to such murderous fiends. It's a very sad story, and the thing about the story, it gets a lot worse before it starts getting better. I am now level 6. I have a slightly better crappy knife. And I may even have trade points to apply. Here is where I get to choose my trait line. Blue is for healing. Yellow heals and does damage. Red kicks ass. We're going to go red line. And I have no points yet, but that's okay. I have made a good choice, and I am content.
This cannot be. I must write to Brackenbrook at once.
Now we talk to Cal Sprigley. We tell him the road to Combe was blocked, and he is going to be the one who Captain Brackenbrook listens to. Blocked? No, it cannot be. My men traveled to Combe only yesterday for a delivery. That is bad news, Wayward. The captain must be informed of what's going on at once. Here is a note for Brackenbrook. He knows my scrawl. He will believe you now. From your mouth to his ears. So, we're going back to Archet. Celandine gets bilberries. Mundo gets boar meat. Brackenbrook gets some really bad news. Me? I get to look at Strider. And pet the kitty! The Archet kitty. Where is my kitty? Where is my kitty? I forgot to respawn my cosmetic cat. That is bad. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi. I like my kitty. I probably need to find me a better curtain solution. Problem I have with curtain solutions, if you touch my ceiling it crumbles. I live in an ancient and aged hobbit hole. We do what we can. Mundo.
This will do nicely. It gives me something to munch on for a bit, at least.
For a bit. 4 pigs. We'll give him something to munch on for a bit. Hobbits. Hooray, you brought me pork or bacon or perhaps sausage. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can make a little of each. Mundo weighs a parcel of meats in his hands. This will give me something to munch on for a bit. Hopefully this provender will last me until I can go back home. You're not gonna share, dude? Really? Really? For those who aren't familiar with the books, the Sackville-Bagginses are not nice people. We'll leave it at that. Now we will talk to Celandine.
Lovely. This is sure to cheer Omdir right up.
Well done. You have found more than enough for good strong tea. This is sure to cheer Omdir right up. Give me a moment and I will steep the berries in some boiling water. And I gotta wonder, were those berries perhaps fermented? Is it possible that her Gammer's recipe is basically booze? It would be a very Hobbit thing to do.
This tea will help Omdir feel better. I just know it.
Doesn't the bilberry tea smell delightful? It still reminds me of my Gammer, who made this for me when I was under the weather, even though my Gammer is long gone. You were such a dear to collect those wild berries for me, so I shan't be taking all the credit. Why don't you bring this nice brew to Amdir so he can thank you himself? You make sure he drinks it all up. We will go to Amdir, who is really not looking very good.
I thank you, but I have not the stomach to drink this now.
Does that tea smell of bilberries? That was very sweet of Celandine, and very good of you to fetch her the makings. I am all the sorrier, for I cannot drink this now. I do not feel well enough just now. I will pretend to drink it. You must tell Celandine I enjoyed her tea. Please do not let her know that her kindness was wasted on me. Amdir only pretends to drink the tea. He looks even paler than before.
Did my tea perk him up? I knew it would.
Did that tea perk him up? I knew it would. Bilberry tea always fixes me right up, and I know it would be especially sweet if it came from both of us, Wayward. I know Amdir will be back on his feet soon. He is so brave. I might not be the only hobbit lass who has a crush on rangers. You think? I think. And now let us talk to Captain Brackenbrook. He will not be happy to hear what we have to say.
What have I done?
As Brackenbrook reads the letter from Cal Sprigley, his face is blank. He reads it a second time, and only then does he look at you. I have been a fool. Oh, what have I done? You have given me some threadbare cloth trousers.
You cannot fathom just how wrong I have been.
I have trusted Caldecott and heeded his advice for a long time, even after my own son tried to warn me of his duplicity. My son, John, is a worthy hunter, but he has not set foot in this town for over 3 years. He will never forgive me for the things I said to him. Oh, what a fool I am. I told him he was not welcome in Archet until he stopped behaving like a jealous child. Now he and his hunters are our only hope. But what can I do? He does not deserve to be dragged deeper into my folly. Nay, Archet must withstand this storm without help. This guy, this dude, this idiot. He would rather keep his pride than ask his son for help when the town that he is in charge of defending is in mortal danger. This guy, man. I will take my threadbare cloth shoulder pads. And I will scold him because he deserves to be scolded. And I will pick up my e-cigarette, which I dropped on the floor. Then I will open my bags and I will see all this stuff that I got, and I will equip it, for it will make me stronger. Threadbare cloth trousers, a copper band, an old ring, and 5 fried mushrooms, which will give me agility, which I do not need because I am a hobbit and I am agile enough. And now I am wearing a styling outfit that totally doesn't match. But it's not bad. It's a little bit stronger than it was. And I am slightly more well equipped to face the world and the brigands. But Captain Brackenbrook is hopeless, so now I will go ask Strider what to do. But first, I'm going to go say hi to the kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Kitty is sleeping. I hope Kitty gets out of Archet safely when stuff happens. I'm sure Kitty will be just fine. The townsfolk, maybe not so much, but Kitty will be strong and survive. I know it.
Do not despair. You have done well.
Do not despair, Wayward. You have done remarkably well. Indeed, better than I could have done. You earned Captain Brackenbrook's trust. You must appeal to his son John against his wishes. I must leave soon, and Archet will need all the help it can get, even if a father's pride is at stake. I am confident you will be able to bring the hunters in and give this town a fighting chance. In the meantime, I must make haste. Amdir assures me he just needs rest. You must appeal to John Brackenbrook against his father's wishes. Come on, kitty, let's go find John. I really wish I have in my bag a riding skill and 8 mounts. Can I ride any of them? No. So instead, I will run. Run on my tiny little hobbit feet past plants that are taller than I am with my kitty. At least I got my kitty. And I will follow the path out to the hunting lodge where John Brackenbrook and his hunters are. Anne Granger, Fenton Marshley. There was a time when you used to give me quests. Now you just stand there. It's a sorry life. Let us talk to John Brackenbrook, who is standing by the very angry bear. Why is the bear angry? Well, possibly because he's dead. I'd be angry too if I was dead.
I presume you're here to bring me ill news from town.
You come from the town, do you? I've been watching from the bounds. The skies have turned dark and fell, and there's a shadow of unrest over all of Archet, over men and beasts and trees alike. Let me guess. My father has not the wisdom to observe such things, so you heard of his exiled son and came to me for aid. Come then, out with it. I desire to hear what you have to tell. I desire these threadbare cloth shoulder pads.
Calder Cobb has shown his true colours at last.
I knew him to be evil-hearted, but my father is too trusting. He does not like to think ill of people. His blindness wounded me, but he is a good man. It's kind of dumb, dude. Your dad's a dumb dude. So to answer your question, yes, I will come to Archet's aid. I and my fellows. I am a hunter and a skilled warrior, trained by my father and captain, and I would rather die than sit idly by while foul brigands crash upon a decent people. Let us see what there is to see before the storm is upon us. While I gather my warriors and my weapons, you should sneak into the Black Wolves' roost and uncover their plan of attack for tonight. I will do this, Mr. Brackenbrook, and you will give me a plumed hat. And it will be a fancy plumed hat. It will be one of the best cosmetic items I will receive. And I will be thankful. Come on, kitty. We got work to do. Now, you know, I'm mighty grateful to have these threadbare cloth shoulder pads, but my God, they are ugly as anything. So I'm going to give you a tiny, quick, brief preview of the cosmetic system, And I'm going to shut off those shoulders so I don't have to see them. I will still have them equipped. I will still be gaining the benefits of their armor and their stats, but I will not have to look at those ugly things. And actually, I will do the same thing with my gloves, which are marring the purity of my glowy hands. I should probably explain something about the glowy hands. There's 3 skills. See the 3 skills on the toolbar right over here underneath her left hand? Underneath her left hand there are 3 skills. There is a kitty, and there are 3 skills. Now the kitty's got a little crawling ants around it, and that says I've got the kitty out. This skill over here has crawling ants around it. This is called dissonance. In the old days, we called it war speech. What it means is I lose access to all fellowship heals. All normal heals become just for me. I can't heal anyone else while I am in dissonance mode. I can only heal myself. But while I am in dissonance mode, I can kick some butt. Now this over here is called melody stance. When I'm in melody, I can heal people and I can kill people, but I can't do either of them really well. This is actually kind of a useful stance to run in if you are actually with people who you don't want to die. Then you have resonance, which is the stance that you are in if you are doing nothing but healing and maybe a little bit of damage here and there, but basically you are just healing. You are there to heal people. You are a healing machine, and then you are in resonance stance. But 90% of the time, especially when you are leveling up, what you are going to be is in dissonance stance. And when you are in dissonance stance, you have glowy hands, and it is awesome. And so now we are going to run over here. We are going to take a little swim. We are going to go back to that dark, nasty building. We are going to kill some black wolves. You with me? Let's go. Kitty with me? Kitty's with me. Let's go. A word on the water. I am not much for lagging, and I do have a tendency to lag, so one of the things I do to keep from lagging, I disable DX11. I run this game on DX9, so my water looks kind of crappy and sometimes very weird. If you can run the game with DX11, you are probably going to see some really cool scenery and some great water effects, but you will not see them here, and that is why. Did you just call me wolf bait? Take that. Don't call me wolf bait. Excuse me while I report a gold spammer. Because that is how you keep Land Rover awesome. Oh! I got a bunch of skills. I got to fix up my toolbar a little bit. When did that happen and why did I not notice? This is Call to Fate. This is a skill I get because I am in red line. Remember when I did that thing with the trade trees? I chose red line? Yeah. Call to Fate comes to me because I'm in red line. Look at that damage. 118 to 169. For reference, Piercing Cry is only 65 to 92, and that's one shot in most of the stuff around here. So this is a skill that has a lot of payoff and also a high chance of critical. It's a good one. Most of my fighting will be in these two right here. I now have all 3 of my ballads. And I have an anthem. This is the Anthem of War, and what this does when I hit ballad, ballad, ballad. Then I get the chance to hit the anthem. What the anthem does, it gives me 5% extra melee and range damage. It gives me 5% extra tactical damage. Tactical is me shouting and yelling and playing songs. And it also increases the critical rating of the coda, which is over here, which becomes enabled also after the 3 ballads. And this is my big finish with 127 to 181 light damage, and it is a good spell. But the difference between that spell and this one over here that does almost as much damage, this one I can hit any old time. It's got a 10-second cooldown. So I'm in pretty good shape right now. Because these guys I gotta kill, they have 67 morale. I can do enough damage to hit 2 of them. Although I don't have any AoE yet. That comes later. I think he's come to bargain. His name is I've Come to Bargain. Oh, look, over there, lying out in the open where anybody can take them. What do you think those are? Well, those must be the secret Blackwold plans. Not hidden, mind you. They're just that overconfident. A letter inside the satchel tells that the Blackwolds mean to attack tonight with the help of Angmar. I have important information, so I'm going to get out of this dark, dismal place, and I'm going to run back to the hunting lodge, and I'm going to tell John Brackenbrook all about it. And I'm going to kill a couple more guys just because I can. Because I can yell at things and make them die. And that makes me happy. And when I'm happy, I drink tea. I do need to refill my cup. I'm just going to run into that there wall while I finish putting my thermos away. It's a Hobbit thing. Okay, I know why I was running into a wall, but dude, why are you running into a wall? Let us go talk to John Brackenbrook. And he will tell us what we need to know.
Good work, my friend.
Good work, Wayward, and fast, too. This will be a great boon to Archet. Now we will be able to counter their efforts with the proper strategy. I will get my plumed hat.
I believe there is hope for us yet.
I am now level 7.
Strategy.
What an excellent find, Wayward. These folks from Angmar sound like evil foes, but at least we know what they are up against. The plans also show a map that points to the Old East Pass, which is just near here. We all avoid that pass, save for Otley Spiderbane, a visitor from east of the Misty Mountains. Speak with Otley and learn what he can tell you about the pass. We can use the pass to our advantage if we manage to successfully scout it. I will accept it because I will get die for doing that. I will also don my plumed hat. Look at this hat. Look at this hat. Is this not a magnificent hat? This is a great hat. I'm happy with this hat. And so I and Kitty will go talk to Otley Spiderbane, but wait! There is someone here who has something he wants to tell me. You've had a long day, friend, and more dangers await. You should take some rest. There is a bedroll just over there you can use. I will wake you if anything happens. Well, sir, you are most kind, and I am going to go over there and have a nap. The bedroll is more comfortable than you expected, or perhaps you are more tired than you realized. You close your eyes, and before long you are lost in dreams. And what interesting dreams they are.
Listen to my words. I am Galadriel, the Lady of the Golden Wood. Do not be afraid, young one. Your kind is known to me, but I have beheld hobbits such as you only from afar. I will not long disturb your sleep. I can visit you in dreams for only a short time. I have looked into my mirror and seen much that worries me. Let me show you.
I've seen lighted windows in the evil city of Carndum. The dread land of Angmar stirs. Shadows once stretched forth from Angmar to threaten Middle-earth. I fear they will again. My mirror shows me much else I do not understand. Some of this may come to pass, or none of it. That is the nature of my mirror's power. All of Middle-earth is endangered by the return of Sauron. We need strength, wisdom, and courage if we are to oppose him. Men, elves, dwarves, hobbits, all free folk must stand together.
You are near to wakefulness. The last tendrils of sleep will soon release you. You ask why I wanted to show you this? It is for one reason. I saw you in my mirror, not once or twice, but often. Whether you desire it or not, your fate is tied to that of Middle-earth. Do not forget my words when you awaken. The free peoples of Middle-earth will have need of you. You must not fail them.
Believe it or not, this instance was not a part of the game when it first debuted. They added this around when Rohan came out. It is actually an explanation of why your character is doing all these crazy things and running around from place to place and fighting battles and so forth. And I think that at the addition of this instance to the game, is probably one of the best decisions that they've ever made, because story-wise, it just pulls the whole thing together. That is a great instance. And when I'm playing just for myself, I will tend to skip it. Because I have done it before a few times, and I know how it goes. But man, that's pretty good. So let us get up and talk to this hunter. That sounds a most curious dream. I never have dreams like that, friend. I would not wish to have such. And now, more informed about our place in this whole land, we will go talk to Otley Spiderbane and find out how we can help.
At your service and your families.
Aye, I know all about the Old East Pass. There are spiders everywhere. When you kill one, another takes its place. If we are to make use of the path at all, we should fight our way through and ensure that it is still blocked at the walls of Archet. The spiders will do some work for us against the Black Wolves, and what the spiders don't deal with, we shall come down from before and behind with our axes and our blades, and we will fall upon them like a mighty cave coming down. The East Pass is fraught with danger, but in that danger lies hope. And one more. And now we will go and see if the wall is still intact. There was a time when fighting your way down this path full of spiders was a dangerous and perilous thing. The spiders would fall upon you and try to eat you, and now they just stand there and really don't care. But what do we find? A dead Blackwold scout. This brigand scout met his doom at the dead end on the Old East Pass. This is hopeful news. It means that the brigands cannot use it, so we may be able to sneak into town from behind and surprise them. So we will run back through the spiders. We will jump over boulders bigger than we are. And we will come talk to John Brackenbrook.
A dead end will surely work in our favor.
That is good news. A dead end at the end of the path will work in our favor. The brigands will be slowed, and they will have the spiders at their heels, and the hunters will come from behind while the soldiers attack at the head. I will go to Archet to rally them and ready them for the storm that awaits them tonight. I will pick me 3 navy dies. Quickly, Caldercobb is making his move toward Archet, and wicked men of Angmar are lending him and the Blackwold strengths. We must go to the town's defense at once. Return to me when you are prepared. Now, when I take the next quest, we are going to go into an instance, and we are going to fight our way through the brigands in Archet. But right now, we are coming close to the end of another hour, so what I'm going to do is close down this recording. If you are watching this on video, I thank you for watching, and I hope you will stay tuned to see the next installment of Wayward's Adventures in Middle-earth.